Hello everyone, David Russell here, welcoming you to another edition of the Cat's Lair, the video cast of Tenacious Fitness Unlimited. We are pleased to welcome an exciting guest today, Mr. Rohan Reid, three-time Australian champion. Welcome, Rohan. How you doing today?
G'day, David. It's great to be here. I'm very well. Had some great workouts today, and it's nighttime here, as you know, and it's a great way to finish up a great day.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, it's a little past 8 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock here, and we are again pleased to have you back on the show. You were on the show. It was winter here in the States, and I think it was summer there. Now it's kind of reversed. But at any rate, tell us. That's right. And I understand it's really cold there too in Australia.
It's pretty cold right now,
yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about how you got started.
I was one of the smaller kids, and I guess we all sort of that affects us with our esteem and so forth. And I didn't grow up with a family that had a lot of money or something, so I started lifting brick on the end of a broomstick, backyard with some other kids, and developing a few different ways to do different exercises. And my parents made me do a lot of chores around the house. I had to clean a lot of windows and mow lawns and all sorts of things like that to get the money just for a gym membership.
Oh, okay.
Before I could even afford special food or 29 years ago, we didn't have special supplements so much. I think Weeder was the only range available at all, and I think it was pretty much just skim milk powder at the time. So that was about 13 years old, and I've pretty much trained all my life. I've met a lot of great people, had a lot of really, really good opportunities through the sport. That I've traveled to places I never would have had the chance to go if it wasn't for this sport and this career. And I'm very, very happy with it. I'm still passionate about it. And I'm looking forward to doing really well at the World Championships in the future.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, I know that you mentioned prior to the show that you also have your own gym. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I started Body Matrix 14 years ago when I returned from Japan. Okay, I was living in Japan for 2 years in Tokyo, and I met some really, really wonderful, very, very passionate bodybuilders in Japan. And we I guess, took a liking to each other, and they were interested in Australia, and I was interested in Japan, and through a lot of great opportunities, and that was World Gym, and a great guy who's very, very generous and very kind. I still keep in touch with this day is Mr. Tsuyoshi Midagawa. He was very, very kind to me and took a lot of care for myself and my partner then, and she and I, we both worked at the local gymnasium, which was a World Gym franchise then, and he's still running a gym in Tokyo now, and we keep in great touch, and I hope to go back there and run a muscle camp very soon.
Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. As far as the competitive background, what led you into competing?
I think it was probably just a natural progression. I was on the stage as a young boy, quite a bit through the theatre, and acting. And I think that taking that sort of the new sport to a performance level was certainly a natural progression for me. I'm very at home and very comfortable on the stage. I mean, everybody gets nervous before a show, but once I'm up there and with a performance, I really love the crowd, and certainly that idea motivates me a lot before a competition. It really wasn't sort of something, a big decision that I had to make. I started competing very young, so it was very sort of easy. I guess when you're young, you don't have a lot of fears. So at 17 years old. I just got up in the juniors and the teenagers, and well, I didn't do so well at first, but very early on I had a couple of wins, and I guess that just secured everything. I didn't look back after that.
That's awesome. Well, I know that you mentioned Muscle Camp. Tell us a little bit about how that works and all the components to that.
Well, thank you for asking. Muscle camps are something that I'm very passionate about. I recognised not so long ago that bodybuilding was really a lifestyle sport.
Mm-hmm.
You can't learn bodybuilding in a gym. You can come to the gym and learn how to train, and some people will give you some pointers about what to eat or what supplements to take and things like that. And the learning curve will take a lot of time to establish a reasonable level of knowledge before you start to have a strong degree of success. My thoughts were that if we could take people away from their social construct, that maybe a more normal lifestyle, as bodybuilding is certainly not a normal lifestyle, if we could give them a new support network for just 1 week away from their normal lifestyle structure, what we could in fact do is create a lot of habits and instill a lot of knowledge in a very, very short period of time that would take people to a new level of success with their training and give them a lot of new information to digest in a very short period of time in a practical sense, not just like bro science, one guy telling another guy sort of thing. We actually show people how to do something and how it works. So we chose Thailand as a destination because it's central to a lot of the world. There's a town in Thailand called Pattaya, and there's a lot of gyms there. And it's sort of, I guess, the Southeast Asian mecca for bodybuilding. And we just started taking groups over there and cooking for them and training them, teaching them about supplementation and about the general lifestyle aspects of training and how to set up a day-to-day program of that. And they live and train with me for that week, and everything we do during that week is with me for up to 12 and plus hours a day.
Wow.
It's a fairly active program, but it's a very, very slick program. I think there's a culture of certainly Australian bodybuilders going to Thailand, and they all have this idea that they have to go for 3 weeks or more, usually because it probably takes them a week to find their feet once they're on the ground. Mm-hmm. One of the further aspects that's a benefit of this program is that people get their feet on the ground very quickly. From Bangkok Airport, I'm very, very organised in Thailand. I have a lot of contacts there. I speak the language. Everything is there already set up for me. And if we need an operator or another trainer or something like that, then everything is available to us ahead of time, so that once we get there, we get there late at night usually, and within the next morning at 7 a.m. we're rolling and we're training. The food is already there. The food gets put in the refrigerator for us every day. We cook it ourselves. Everything's taken care of. We get a big bag of supplements from my sponsors, Bioflex, who have been awesome at supporting the program.
That's great.
And so what we're able to do is give people a whole range of products, like a full supplement range from Bioflex, and teach them how and when to time those supplements. So as a bodybuilding program, I think that people probably couldn't get as much out of it. To spend the same money with a trainer, you would take a lot more time with that trainer. It would take months to learn the amount of information that you can get.
Okay, welcome Rohan Reid. we're just picking back up. We had a little bit of audio and video difficulties. Sometimes technology can be a good thing or a bad thing. We were talking about um, the many experiences in muscle camp.
Well, yes, to go on with that, a big part of it, the program is understanding supplementation. So the guys are getting a full range of supplements for the week. They can experience almost a full range of supplementation, like almost like a pro bodybuilder would, and not just having that, but learning from the guys who use the product all the time and have been along the way with all the research to be able to utilize the product and time the products to be their best use. So they're going to get not only the products, but they're going to get great value from the product ranges that they choose in the future when they choose preferably these similar products in their hometown.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to utilize them for the best value for money and best gains for their dollars. The program is really, really good value as far as we're concerned, and we don't know of any other program that teaches practical application in this way.
Okay. Well, we're definitely looking forward to learning more about the Muscle Camp. Thank you again for being our featured guest today here on the Cat Slayer Videocast. I think we're setting new milestones every time we talk with you via audio cast. You were our first guest from Australia, and now videocast again. So again, thank you for your continued support. We look forward to hearing more about Muscle Camp and all the phenomenal things that you're doing in Australia and Thailand and around the world.
Thank you, David. I really enjoy coming on. I'd really love to do some video for you guys in New Zealand, from Thailand, and I think that we might produce that in the next couple of weeks for you, and we'll get it across to your listeners so you can add it to your program. And I think it'll be very exciting for you and your listeners to see what we do there. And I thank you for that opportunity.
You're quite welcome. Thank you again. Continued success, and we'll talk to you soon.
And to all your listeners, I just wish you all the best, and God bless, and the best of luck in your training.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much for listening.
You're quite welcome, and God bless and continued success.